Clem is going up against Lemon in the upper quarterfinals, and Cham is mid-series against Jumi. I believe Jumi is up 1-0, and they are playing off stream, and they should be done in time by the time we wrap up. That's good. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Leylines, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is herO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing himself, currently teamless. It is Dark. And you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as the Gamba is open for the next couple of minutes. From here, we're settling in. From here, we are going to be settling in. We do have our initial openers. Dark Forsake the Unnatural Natural, as he is here to block the expansion. Oh. As I say that, though, the probe gets lured out, and he comes back. The probe comes back, will block the expansion. Dark, he was hoping to try to catch herO off guard, but alas, the probe is vigilant, and Dark, he's forced to throw down a proxy hatchery instead, going for the hatch block. Drone is on the way. Alas, herO, he's in position. The hatchery's coming in, and up! Oh my god, the hatchery is not going to be thrown down. herO, he's all over this. Again, he's played many times against Dark. The second probe has arrived. The drone is going to be zoned away, and herO expands. herO does expand. Dark, his build has been disrupted. Late hatch gas pool. Very late tech, very late build, late expansion, late everything here. herO starting things off with a nice beginning, as he is going to be gas stolen. There is going to be a gas steal out of Dark, at least, so he has that going for him. Does at least have that to be an annoyance here for herO, but outside of that, I do favor herO slightly when it comes to the opening builds. As Dark, he's just rushing into a double expand. It makes sense. So it's going to be hatch gas pool into a third base before the pool even finishes. Again, Dark, he knows that he is behind. He knows that his hatchery is late, so he has to make up for it with a fast third base. So a nice adaptation here from Dark. It is going to be a nice adaptation. Zealot has arrived to knock down that gas geyser. And it is going to be a Stargate opener from the side of herO. So far, so good. Sorry, just opening up the window as it is getting stuffy. It's quite hot here in Australia, as you can imagine. We are deep in summer. It is getting quite hot, so just making sure we're okay. Making sure we don't suffocate and we don't... We're well ventilated. As we do see Dark setting up so far, keeping up with the Adept. Stargate is done, and we have our first unit of choice, going to be the Oracle. Okay, going to be an Oracle opener here out of herO. Adepts say threaten the shade. They don't quite commit. herO pulling away. Does pull away, getting in position to expand and get a third base, making sure it is safe and secure. And we can just recover from here. The link speed is on the way. Again, a little bit later link speed, as just a later build in general here for Dark. It's going to be droning up, getting his safety spores, spore in the main. There are queens in position. So far, so good. So far, Dark is maintaining himself. And I'm most curious about the follow-up tech here from herO, as we have a Twilight Council being thrown down into the Forge. A little bit earlier here for herO. Meanwhile, Dark rushing into a very fast lair. That was a 420 lair timing. Okay, you have my attention. It's going to be a fast lair. The Oracles, they rotate, and they should get eyes on the lair timing. They should, and up they do. They do confirm. Gas is not being taken. Now, As opposed to the previous game, we have 2 gases in the main, and we have 1 gas here at the natural. Fourth gas as well. Based on all this gases being taken, this should not be Link Queenitis. I'm picturing either a Hydra Rush, so fast Hydrogen, or even a fast Spire. Fast Tech is on the way here for Dark. Whether it's Hydras or Mutas, yet to be determined. I'm leaning more towards Hydras, that would make the most sense. But our eyes are on Dark. Layers not done. Yep, Hydras are on the way. So in doing so, Dark is vulnerable. Dark, he's skipping Roaches and he's skipping Banelings to rush into Hydras. If herO had gone into Glaive Adepts, if he had gone into Glaives as a follow-up, if he had gone into a Charge follow-up instead as well, then Dark would be in trouble and Dark could just die. We've seen that before. But because herO is playing Standard and going +1 and Blink, it is ideal for Dark to skip Roaches and to go straight Ling Hydra. Ling Hydra is meant to face off against Stalkers. It's what it's built for. So Dark won't be punished, or at least he shouldn't be. herO still has potential to go for something like a 3-base all-in if he goes for a Gateway Explosion, but that shouldn't really be on the horizon here. herO should just be playing calm, playing safe, and playing for the mid-game. As Link's a threat in the dive. Army gets spotted, herO is aware, is now moving out. How many gateways? herO, he's on 4 gates, soon to be 7 gate setup, with potentially a proxy 8th gate. Doesn't move out with a probe. Okay, doesn't move out, he's taking gases. He's taking gases, what does this mean? This means he's taking. He's taking into Charge, into most likely a Robo, into a Bay, into Colossus, or into Storm, and Archons. So herO, he is not committed, he's poking in, Adepts that get surrounded. A rough movement with the Adepts. Adepts do go down. Stay stressed behind this. Hydras, they catch out one of the Oracles. Yeah, one Oracle goes down. Massive pickup. And Dark defends. Dark, he defends. He secures his 3rd base. Now getting a 4th. 4th is on the way. And now we have the take of choice. It was either going to be Colossus or Storm. We have the answer. Templar Archives, Archons, and High Templar and Storm are on the way. And from here, herO should be expanding and getting a 4th base. Should be taking a 4th. Here he has confirmed, of course, the Hydra Rush. And Dark, he's cutting workers. Now, he has a choice to make. Either Dark could take extra gases and start to take up into an Infestation Bit, into Hive, into Lurkers, or he can cut drones earlier on at around, I was going to say 3-base saturation. He's cutting it earlier than that. And Dark, he's amassing Ling, Bane, Hydra, looking to go for an all-in. And again, 0 saturation at the 4th base, less than full saturation here at the 3rd. Dark, he's committing with Ling reinforcements. He's going all in. And we'll see if he can break this 4th base, at least, of herO. Banelings are on the way. Dark pushing forward. Storm is not ready. High Templar revealed. Hydras, they step forward. Ling reinforcements have arrived. Oh, Stasis goes up. Nicely done here for herO. herO, he's holding. But here come the Banelings, and Storm is still not ready. herO, he needs a couple more seconds. Ling Bane rolling in. Oh, the Stasis! Ooh, massive Stasis! Stasis goes off, the Banelings, they get shut down. But the base is gonna fall. Does he cancel? No cancel. 4th base goes down. That's a kill. And now, Dark drones. Dark, he got what he wanted. The purpose here, kill the 4th. He kills the 4th base. Now he drones, now he takes double Evo Chamber, Infestation Bit as well, into Hive. On the Lynx! Lings get a full surround, and oh my god, massive catch! The Storms are okay, but 4 High Templar do fall. They force them morph into Archons. And we have a back and forth. Now, who do we favor in this position? If there was some High Templar left over, I would favor herO, but he has to remorph them in, he has to gather energy, he has to rebuild his 4th base. herO, he's stuck at home. And because he's stuck at home, Dark is able to take into Lurkers. Ooh. He canceled the Infestation Bit. Wait, what? Okay, he cancels the pit, goes for a Roach Warren instead. Dark, he's not taking into Hive. I'm a little bit in shock. This tells us that Dark, he's going to be cutting workers still early on. He's getting up to 66, now up to 70 workers. But Dark, he's going to be staying on Lair Tech. Staying on Lair Tech, committing here to a Lair-based army. I mean, again, Roaches is an interesting tech choice, and it can help. But it tells us that Dark is still committed and still all in. He doesn't believe that he can tech. He might be right there. Yep, Roach Speed on the way. getting to 1-1 upgrades. We have +3 on the way for herO. Remember, herO, he's just been working towards a longer game state, so herO, he's far ahead in upgrades. And Dark was all in, and this may be the reason why Dark is not taking into Hive. Doesn't believe he can. He believes he still has to kill. He still has to kill herO. But now he decides. Bit of a misread here by Dark. In the sense that it looks like the Roach Warren was Dark being scared that he was gonna be vulnerable to a counterattack. And now Dark realized, hold up, maybe I can take up into Hive. So late Hive here for Dark. Zealots, they rush in, they catch the queens. Likewise, Zealots right inside, they get shut down. Dark, he's defending, but Dark is distracted. herO now can push forward and clear creep. And behind this, we have +1 air attack, Fleet Beacon, Stargate, herO getting further ahead, embracing Skytoss. The longer this goes on, the better it is for herO. And again, Dark, he's fallen behind because he did choose to stay on lair tech that much longer. Like, this is an army that's not really designed for a longer game state. Here we go, he does push in, does catch out some High Templar. Zealot run by at the same time. And one way or another, either Dark kills herO here and now, or he dies trying. Again, that's a lot of storms, though. Oh, the High Templar exposed. Oh, he gets one. One High Templar goes down. He gets two. He gets two High Templar. He comes in from behind. But there's still more storms. They collapse on the Hydras. Do we have another storm? High Templar, they're exposed. They're getting picked up. Nice target firing here out of Dark. Does focus on the High Templar. Does focus him down, and now Dark, this is late droning, this is late saturation. Dark, he's on 59 workers, he barely has an economy. That's a less than a 3-base economy. Now he's droning, now the Hive begins. This is a 12-minute Hive for Dark, ay ay ay. Now, the best case scenario for Dark is if herO pushes. If herO moves out with this army now, herO, oh, gee, he has so much defense. But if herO moves out now, then herO, he's going to be shut down, and then Dark can snowball into a win. But all that herO has to do is just calm down. Just calm down, chill back at home, which is what he's doing, and embrace a late game composition with Tempest, with Mothership, with Storm, with Immortals as well, Disruptors. herO, he's just building up to the ideal. And he's going to get there first. As Dark had no intention for the game to go on this long. As Lurker 10 is halfway done. Catching out some Stalkers. Again, this is what Dark is hoping for, to catch out the army out in the open. Out on the map. Here it does blink away. Here we go. Double Immortal production. Double Tempest production. Mothership's almost done. herO just refining his army. And Dark, he's taking into Lurkers. He's just now getting up to 4-base saturation. Up to 77 workers. Taking gases, getting to zone 3-3. Dark, he's getting there, but he still needs more time. And can Dark deny the 5th? Oh. Meanwhile, Lings, they coming from behind, getting us over the High Templar. Ooh, Storm's going off of the Hydras. Lings, they run into a wall of cannons. Nice trade here from herO. At the same time, though, Dark pushing on the left-hand side. Runs into the Stalkers. Getting us around. And herO, he's getting caught out here. Blinks away, and can herO save the base? I think he can. Yeah, he wins on both runs. herO, he shuts down the army on the right, he shuts down the army on the left. GG gets called as Dark has been outscaled, and herO takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played again. Dark, he was very all in. He was very all in multiple times at this point, of course. Dark, initially, he did rush into the initial Ling Hydra or Ling Bane Hydra all in, which wasn't quite successful, unfortunately, which did fail. From there, he made the decision to take into Roaches, to not take into Hive. And likewise there as well, he wasn't quite able to kill herO, and as we saw, Dark, by the time he got into a Hive, it was a 12-minute start of the Hive, very, very late, which means no Lurkers, no Vipers, no nothing. He was stuck on a lair army, on a lair tech army, and Dark got outscaled. did get outscaled in the end. GG, well played. With that, herO takes a lead, and now we're getting into game number 2. Going to be loading into game 2 here, and where exactly are we going to be dropping? Game 2 is going to be on Whispers of Gold. Okay, now when it comes to Whispers here, this is where I favorite Dark. Whispers of Gold is a very exposed map, very short rush distance by ground, very wide open as well. Aggression is favored, whether it's Link Queen Nidus all in, whether it's a German taxi, whether it's a Dropper Lords, whether it's just a Queen Walk across the map, whether it's just a Ling Hydra 3-base all in, aggression is favored here, and I want to believe that if Dark does choose to go all in, he can have more success on Whispers of Gold. If he goes all in again. We'll see. We shall see. As we are getting into game number 2. And we'll see how the story ends. Feels all-in man versus Feels Protoss man. I mean, all-ins have been weakened in the latest patch. What I'm referring to by that is a lot of these maps in the map pool are very defendable. Whispers of Gold is the exception to the norm, but most of the maps have more defensive features. So because that all-ins are weaker, likewise, because of the energy overcharge, Oracles are amazing in the early game. They do an amazing job at shutting down Ling-based all-ins. I'm referring to when you go for like a Roach all-in with Ling reinforcements or a Hydra all-in with Ling reinforcements. Oracles, they do so well. We saw that in the first push, if you remember, with the first Ling-bane Hydra timing of Dark, where Dark, he took 2 big stasis traps to the face. He took a stasis to the Lings, and then he took a stasis to the Banelings as well. So just in general, just the defensive features and the defensive nature have been improved, and yeah, these more aggressive styles, they can struggle. They can struggle that much more, but here we go. We're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Red Zerg player from South Korea, down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back and force the ace match. It is Dark. We go. And again, when it comes to the map pool, this is one of the few maps where it is more viable, it is more favored to be aggressive, to go all in. Dark, he moves out, he's going to go hatch first into the hatch block on the low ground. herO, he does notice in time, he does react, and he's here to block. Dark already transitioning, throwing down the gas geyser into spawning pool. And with that, herO, he has defended, and Dark, he is going to be zoned away. He's going for the gas steal. Oh, he wants the gas. And he doesn't get here in time. herO, he will rush into that gas geyser, takes it for himself, and with that, herO holds. Now, what I will say, even though this drone doesn't really achieve too much across the map, what it does do is it allows Dark to get into a much more comfortable start. As opposed to the previous game, if you remember, like game 1 was just a really rough start for Dark. Like I don't blame Dark for going all in game 1, because if you remember Dark, he had a late natural, he had late gas, he had late spawning pool, like everything was late because Dark was trying to go for a hatch block, and it all just kind of went south. This time, a little more comfortable. The drone, I believe, was like almost like a fake hatch block here out of Dark, as it was being active with his drone, and he was able to get into a much more comfortable start back at home instead. So now we're settling in. Is going to be Link speed here from Dark, pulling out of gas. And we'll see where our players take us from here. Go. As for now, we do have a herO getting into a Stargate. It's going to be a Stargate opener in the main, Stargate into Oracle, I would imagine. There we go, Oracle's in production. Likewise, Dark getting to his third, just droning. Now, if you recall, last game, Dark did go for a 420 lair timing. Nice. Did go for a 420 lair, which led into a Hydra rush. So we'll keep an eye on that lair timing here in game number 2 as well. As I would say that it is unsafe on this map to rush into Hydras in such a way. I was mentioning earlier how aggression is favored on Whispers of Gold, and that goes both ways. It goes the way of the Zerg, it also goes the way of the Protoss as well. And we have the answer, Fast Evo Chamber. Okay, it is going to be it's going to be a 350 Evo Chamber out of Dark. This screams +1 melee. This looks like Ling Hydra. Now, this isn't the same style that we saw previously. Yes, the composition is the same. It is going to be Ling Hydra, but this time we're going to be fixating and prioritizing upgrades with +1 melee and going for a Ling Heavy opener into delayed Hydras, but Hydras nonetheless. As the goal here is to skip Roaches, and to embrace Ling Hydra. This is a more kind of macro variation. Previously, last game, it was more of an all-in. Here, the macro. Let's go. As Dark didn't start any upgrades until like the 10-minute mark, like after the all-ins had failed. Even post 10 minutes, actually. As here he does poke in with the Oracle. Behind this going double forge. Wait, what? Was I seeing things? Yeah, double forge. He's crazy. Okay. He's going for a Twilight Council double forge follow-up into 1-1 into charge. This is looking quite aggressive, actually. Typically, when you rush into charge like this, it's to hit a timing with charge, not just with charge. This is going to be a 1-1 time with +1 attack and +1 defense. Oh, boy. So this is going to hit quite hard, and Dark is going to be in trouble here if he doesn't have Banelings pre-prepared. He does have a Baneliness on the way, thankfully, so he has access to Banelings, but if he doesn't realize what's happening, if he doesn't morph in Banelings ahead of time, and if he reactively morphs in Banelings instead, then it's not going to be ready. Then it just won't be ready. And Dark could just crumble. As here he's building up. Morphing in the Zealots. We have the Robo on the way. That should be for the Warp Prism. We have the Templar Archives on the way. That should be to morph in, I want to say, 2 Archons to support. Typically it's 2 Archons and then just Mass Zealots. Now Dark, he is getting a safety Roach Warren. Okay, thankfully. So if he needs to, he can make Roaches reactively as well. Lair is now done. Again, because the fast plus on melee, now getting to +2. +2 is on the way. Bailing speed as well. And Darky scouts, and he does see the High Templar and the charges. He knows. Yeah, now he knows what's going on. Now he knows not to throw down a Hydrogen. He needs Lingbane Roach. He needs Lingbane Roach as quickly as possible. There we go. Roaches are massing as we speak. He's aware of the composition. He's aware of how much danger he's in. And Dark is getting ready. Now, knowing is half the battle, but, I mean, now he knows. There it is, 11 Roaches in production. Ooh, as the stasis goes off. Getting, what, 4 or 5 probes. Getting a drone as well. Nicely done here by herO. Gets Revelation. Revelation reveals the Roach Warren. And herO, he has begun his own immortal production. Second robot for double immortal production here for herO. 1-1 is done, 2-2 is on the way. And the question becomes, I mean, now that he knows that Roaches are ready, herO, he shouldn't be pushing. herO, he should just be staying back at home, banking up Immortals and expanding instead. And so far that is the case. herO taking a more defensive stance. So far a good reaction. Now that he realizes that Dark is aware, now herO has to defend instead. And as time goes on, that immortal count's getting higher. Which is a threat and a dive. Oracle goes down. Nice pick off here out of Dark. Shuts down the Oracle. As Darky isn't quite able to make use of this army, Darky's going to work as a hero at 75. Is supply blocked. Supply block is brutal. He's at least making sure there's no fourth. So here he's stuck on 3 bases. Here come the storms. Oh, we do with the first storm, but the second one does connect. So I'll say slip in behind the army. They don't get much done. The queen survives. Dark defends. Dark, he does defend. Bailing's now morphing in. Dark, he's maxed. He is maxed out on Lingbane Roach Ravager. Oh, sorry, Lingbane Roach. And we spoke about this. We spoke about how exposed these bases are. Specifically, herO taking a 4th base is not going to be easy. Ooh, not going to be easy. Storms are still being active. Oh. I'm loving the repositioning of these spores. Zoning back the prism. Do zone the prism back. You'll see Dark trying to bait out the storms as well. Bailing around my left hand side. There is a full wall. Bailing should not get in. herO, he's about to max out as well. Now, when it comes to the maxed out armies, I do favor herO's composition. I do favor it if they do clash. But it also depends. If Dark can get a surround, then he can clean this up. But it all comes down to the engagement here. Is Dark able to surround? Behind this Spire on the way. Interesting. Going into mutas. Dark is still looking for a 4th. Looking for the expansion. There is none. Not yet. So I'll take a shutdown. Storm there would have been nice. Here he is looking to break out. Setting up stasis traps. Dark, he could actually go for the base trade, true. If he's not feeling too confident engaging. How many immortals? Jesus. 11. 11 immortals. He's crazy. I mean, again, this is a beefy army. 11 immortals. What, 5 archons, a bunch of storms. Dark coming in from behind. He runs into the army. herO, he was ready for this. And this is an A-move army. Oh my god. Bailey's a collapse in from behind. Storms. Oh my god, storms do connect. The other, not so much. But here he does trade well. See Dark coming in from behind. Where are those flanking storms? He gets surrounded. herO. Bit of miscontrol here to herO. Gets caught out. 1, 2 immortals go down. Bit of mismovement here. Bit of miscontrol from herO. Darky counterattacks. And so does herO. We're going for the base trade. Darky's pushing in towards that 3rd. And here he turns around. Oh, a little bit of a split push. Risky. Here he turns around with some of his army. Commits with the other. Zelsek has reinforcements. Base is going to go down. And here he holds. The robots are depowered, but he will be able to save them. And Dark is in trouble. Yeah, Dark, remember, he just could not fight this head on. Darky plummets in supply. Broodlords are on the way. This is different. Okay. Broodlords, they have arrived. And without too much anti-air, I mean, Dark, he can take this fight. He's dying everywhere else, though. Like the bases are falling. The mineral lines are falling as well. Oh, storm on the Broodlords. And here he needs more Archons. He needs Archons, he needs Stalkers. As he's going for another expansion, Dark is down to 2 bases. This is all he has. And can Dark win the game with a handful of Broodlords? 7 Broodlords. Lings, they go for counterattack. Do we get a recall back home? We do. Army just recall. Here he defends. He defends. He is attempting to escape. Dark with the intercept. Oh. Here he's cornered. Big loss here. 3 Archons. He's going to lose this for free. As here the recall didn't quite catch the army. herO going for the Broodlords. He gets 1. Not quite. It doesn't get a Broodlord. He's going to lose everything here. And this could go either way. At this point, this can go either way. This Broodlord switch here may have just won Dark the game. Dark, he has a crippled economy, though. So I'll take it across the map. Drones are going down. Void Ray has arrived. Wow, one Void Ray. The one hero Void takes down a Brood Lord, should take down the Corruptor as well. Going for the second Brood. The Corruptor as well. Wow. All it takes one Void Ray in the Brood Lord army. It's useless. More Void Rays are amassing for hero. Ay, that's 16 drone kills as well. 17. And true, there's no answer to Void Rays. Like, what can Dark make? He can make Corruptors, and Corruptors, they're not the end. They get countered by Void Rays. That's all he can do. Storm's coming in. Not quite. Here he gets punished. And here he has a terrifying army. He's got the Archons, he has a Storm, now he has Void Rays as well. GG gets called. There is no final fight. The writing was on the wall, and here he will take the series 2-0. Will advance on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, hero. He will advance on. Dark, it was a risky and very smart move for Dark to rush into Broodlords. It was his only saving grace, and it allowed him to survive, but all he was able to do was survive there. He had no economy behind it, and as we saw, he had no other answer to Void Rays. He had no Hydrogen, he had no money for Queens, he had no bases to produce Queens either. It was just, yeah, all or nothing, and in the end, hero just outscaled him. GG, well played. Hero does advance on to the finals. Let's go. And I believe that leads us to the upper semifinals that I believe they've been patiently waiting. Oh my god, a score that I was not expecting here. 1 moment, exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the pick yourselves. As we do head on over. And you can see here, Clem took down Lemon 2-0. Not just that, Cham takes down Jumi 2-1.